providing a foreboding backdrop for any visitor because the Tigers are ready to open another season here at home. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Dogs' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll bring it out. It's Graves. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. On first down, here comes this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to the big tight end. Almost had the completion, just missed it. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time? SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to impose their will with the run. Discards a man. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
They're trying to get to him. He's got an open man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Let's go! Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the...
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes in the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Ball in the air, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back down.
ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that. And the ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And when you're on defense and it's wet, and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it, there's a good chance it's coming out.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Feeling some heat. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. This time he's got his man.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. Work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early in.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out, and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
Fires toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, he's not going to get a lot of chances like that. He was in position to make the play in the end zone, to put a touchdown up on the board for his team, and he drops the pass.
Catch in the middle, it's Parker. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Gets rid of it, and he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense has it there going the other way. Hit the afterburners, kid. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
The end of the first quarter. The score, Clemson 17, Georgia 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll keep it on the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's got it! Touchdown, Georgia!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Fires to the wideout. Got a wide-open receiver. And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll leave it with him. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Trying to get the corner. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parker. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time to get...
And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. They just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense. You're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. What a catch and run for 6.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Here he comes with the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Going up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Wall. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And chunk plays on the name of the game. And they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds his man. It's Parker. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. On the move move at the 30. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. To the air on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to get rid of it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Clemson is quick to the line. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his tight end. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick we can go to.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Going to try to get it himself. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or...
Oh, look out! At the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Hey, if I'm the quarterback right here, I hope my play caller is going to let me take another shot. You just got a big gainer. Defense is on their heels. Let's go tempo, and let's see if we can catch them napping or misaligned and score a touchdown.
From the gun, the ground game. Got enough space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Georgia going up tempo. With the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting a tackle for the loss.
Two of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Now on the move. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Number 7 in the end zone.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graves. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped.
At the 15.
Out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, bro, I wish I had played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception for this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Finds his man. It's Etienne. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback keeper. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that, because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He's got his man. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
steps away. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
He wants to throw it again. Gets open down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with the lone back. Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and
he's running in the open. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 5.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Add those stats, young fella.
Georgia, 21.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Graves. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Had to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. With the catch, it's Etienne. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water dogs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Graves. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Line gets set, first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moving away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quarterback just flat and missed it. Incomplete. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Comes out throwing on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try to get outside. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Motion from the offense. They believe they can run right here. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Movement here from the tight end. They go right back to him. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Touch pass on the run. Inside the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun, running back on the move. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9.
At the 9-yard line. Brings up
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Using the quick game. He's not going to get it in, and the lead will remain 18 as they were trying to make this a 2-possession game.
Georgia, 27.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Graves. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Looking for his man in the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Man, I love it when my QB not only uses his athletic ability, but uses his head. Nice job here. Nothing open. Don't force the football. You've got the lead. It's the fourth quarter. Nice job taking off and getting the first down. Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to run it. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been enough.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
It's fourth down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
They bring him down with a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Toss sweep to the left. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On second down, wants to throw. Coming after him. He's going to take off. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And that's good enough for a first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's battle. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. App State is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 24 over South Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Wall. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Makes the grab. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10.
Timeout, Georgia.
He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to him. At the 35, he's open. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Georgia.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And after the short run, the clock hits zeros, and we are all wrapped up here. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
And great start to the season.